big part of the conversation that happens in the manosphere and the red pill movement is the concept of a high value man. And you're referenced all the time. People say Patrick Bet-David is a high value man. What does that mean to you? You've been very successful in business. What qualities make a high value man?
So character's at the bottom, at the foundation of his character. And character to me, it's many different things. Keeping your word, if you're going to say you're going to do something, you do it. Being consistent, being respectful, showing up, leading in any situation you can, being willing to do the work, constantly working on yourself. Character says a lot about an individual. You could have no hard skills, none at all. You could have no degree. But if you got a strong character, we're going to be all right. Kai, when he came to us, he didn't have a degree. He was an 18, 19-year-old kid that flew out from Norway for a job interview. And I'm telling Mario, what's this guy doing flying out from Norway? Yeah. Do you know how many times I've had a 45-minute FaceTime with his mom or his dad from Norway? They'll call me and we'll be on the phone together talking. His mom and dad were in town the other day and we had dinner. I took him out to Casa D'Angelo. And they have 5 kids, of which 4 of them are doctors or going to be doctors, and 1 of them is Kai, okay? Mm-hmm. When you talk to Kai, you sense values and principles and strong character. I don't need to meet the parents to know who the parents are. Just by meeting Kai, I know who the parents are. When you meet the mom and dad who've been married together for 31, 32, 33 years, he's a chiropractor, she's a teacher, they live in Norway, she was from America, they met, they got married, they got 5 beautiful kids. That part allows me to trust the individual and forgive them more because they are coming from a very strong character. Mm-hmm. That's a part of being a strong man. The other part is you got to be an earner. You can't rely on the government. You can't rely on your parents. You can't rely on anybody to take care of you. You got to pay your bills. You got to make your money. You got to pay your taxes. You got to be a net positive to society where you're contributing to society. People around you have to feel like they're protected if you're there. And, if you want to take it to a whole different level, your body's got to be in shape. You can't be sloppy. You can't be out of shape. You can't be somebody that's coming home every night at 5 o'clock having a beer. Hey, turn on the TV and I'm just watching news, having chips. No one respects somebody like that. I mean, we can have respect for anybody, but nobody looks at somebody like that saying, oh my God, you're such an impactful person to society. We broke it down about 6 weeks ago. I'm writing this new business book with Penguin. And we created a system on how we look at leaders, people who are leaders. You got 3 different types of citizens in any society. One is the lowest level, which is bad citizen. A bad citizen, we all know what they do. They don't pay their bills. They don't take care of their family. They don't take care of their kids. They don't do their stuff. So that's a bad citizen. You can define them very easily. Then you have the good citizen. Good citizen has a strong character and they have some kind of a hard skill. Mm-hmm. Hard skill is what? You're a plumber. Hard skill is you know how to code, you know how to edit, you know how to cut, you know how to shoot, you know how to do certain things. You got a hard skill. Then the impactful person in a society is a person that's got soft skills. What does soft skills mean? I can give a tough message to you in a proper way while you receive it, where somebody else will give that same message and offend you. Mm-hmm. A person needs to learn how to, this is the one thing I think that Tate is working on right now, where he's trying to change he's saying it himself, where I want to be able to deliver my message in a more concise way, and that requires soft skills, okay? So I'm going to deliver the message, and I'm going to do my best to give it to you in a way that you're going to be able to receive it. And last but not least is, in life you're going to have many events that is going to cause a paradigm shift. One is getting married, one is having kids. First time I cried having a kid was with my Senna, because I didn't cry with Tico and Dylan. I was just so happy when I had 2 boys. But with Senna, I stood over Jen, I had tears. I'm like, wow, I'm excited about having a girl. It's very emotional with Senna. Yeah. It was something different with Senna. And then obviously Brooklyn. But moments you're going to have in your life where you have a paradigm shift, you have to internalize those moments, because it could produce a certain fire and a juice in your life that can introduce you to a new version of you you've never met before. And these paradigm shifts are not all positive. It could be a setback. It could be a breakup. It could be a death in the family. It could be getting publicly humiliated. It could be getting fired. It could be, somebody saying something behind your back who you loved, you thought they were supportive, but you heard them saying something and you're hurt by this. Right. In those moments, one can have a paradigm to shift to say, well, maybe they're right. What do you want to do about it? Maybe we got to get better. Maybe I am lazy. Maybe I'm not working that hard. Maybe it is my fault. When you're by yourself, publicly we may not admit to, but privately you're going to be like, I want to do something about this part. In those moments, if you don't use those unique moments, because they don't come too often, if you don't use those unique moments, to really tap into the emotion and do something big with your life, it's a lost opportunity. So Tate, to me, I feel he's had a lot of those publicly humiliating moments or heartbreaks, and he's used that to put it here, and then he's won. So I would say that's what I would call a net positive as a man.
If you want to watch the full episode, you're going to click right here. And if you want to ask me a question one-on-one, you want to do a one-on-one FaceTime with a group of your friends, whatever you want, you need to download Connect right now. Click right here and let's get talking.